Hello, my name is Jennifer Hinke, and I am the Laboratory Manager here at the Coachella Valley Mosquito and Vector Control District. This video is about our mosquito-borne virus surveillance and emergency response plan, and we will cover what the plan is, as well as the work that the district does to protect residents and visitors to the Coachella Valley from the mosquitoes and the viruses that they can transmit. West Nile virus is a disease that happens on a routine basis each year in the Coachella Valley. Mosquitoes pick up the virus from infected birds and transmit it to healthy birds through a mosquito bite. If an infected mosquito bites a horse or a person, those animals and people can be infected with West Nile virus. Mosquitoes cannot pick up the virus from people or from horses even when they've become sick from West Nile virus. St. Louis encephalitis virus also occurs in the Coachella Valley on a routine basis and has a very similar cycle of being mostly between mosquitoes and birds. The district conducts its work using an integrated vector management program. This means the district uses a science-based approach to control mosquitoes and other vectors. We conduct surveillance to ensure that the mosquitoes and the viruses are present in the area. We educate residents and property owners on how to reduce mosquitoes where they live, work, and play. When the conditions are right that control is needed, we use physical control by removing standing water where mosquito larvae live. We use biological control, putting mosquito fish in areas with standing water where that is the appropriate choice. And we use chemical control, using the appropriate control products targeting mosquitoes where they live and where they are active. The district reviews the California Mosquito-Borne Virus Surveillance and Response Plan and adapts that plan to be very specific to the needs of the Coachella Valley. This plan outlines how we carry out surveillance for mosquitoes and the viruses that they can transmit, what control options are available to us, and what we use, how we communicate the risk, and how we coordinate our work with other agencies involved. The district risk model includes 5 factors that impact the transmission of West Nile virus and other viruses. These factors are the number of virus-positive mosquito samples in an area, the abundance or the number of the mosquitoes which can vector or transmit the viruses, the average daily temperature for the previous 2 weeks, the number of dead birds that have tested positive for the virus, and the number of people who have tested positive for the virus. Each of these factors is given a score, where 1 is considered to be low and 5 is considered to be high. We then average the 5 numbers together to get a final risk level for the area for the week. Here is an example of risk values for areas of the Coachella Valley on a particular week. If the overall risk is between 1 and 2.5, we are in normal season work. If the risk level is between 2.6 and 4.0, we are in emergency planning level. And if the risk level is between 4.1 and 5.0, we are seeing active transmission of a virus and are in epidemic conditions. For this example, the risk of virus transmission is highest in the North Shore communities, and we would begin to focus our work there to reduce the risk of transmission. I'll describe more in the next slides what we mean by focusing our work. The district has the most ability to impact the number of virus-positive mosquito samples and the abundance of the vector mosquitoes. If you are hearing that we have detected virus in mosquito samples or are conducting adult mosquito control operations through the news, social media, or from neighborhood signs, that is an indication that we are responding to high values for these 2 factors and are actively working to reduce the virus risk level in an area. What does this look like in practice? Well, in normal season, the Surveillance and Quality Control Department sets traps in a variety of locations throughout the valley. Those mosquitoes are identified to species, and the samples of the mosquitoes that can transmit West Nile or St. Louis encephalitis virus are tested. In operations, employees called vector control technicians look for places with standing water and make applications of control products to reduce the mosquitoes. Our Public Outreach Department gives presentations to residents and visitors to the Coachella Valley to inform people on how to not be a mosquito source and to wear insect repellent. When we do detect West Nile virus, or when mosquito numbers are high, we are often in the emergency planning level of virus risk. While continuing to do the work of normal season, we add work across the district. The Surveillance and Quality Control Department sets extra traps around traps where mosquito samples have been positive for virus. We also check the efficacy of the products we will use to control the adult mosquitoes, so that the Operations Department can use the most effective ones. In operations, vector control technicians will move from routine work to focusing on areas with virus activity or on areas with high mosquito populations. They use internal systems to see known mosquito habitats that need to be checked. They post disease warning signs at cross streets and entrances to communities. They also look for areas of non-flowering plants where an application can be made to target mosquitoes that rest on those plants. Our Public Outreach Department increases their communication to the community, targeting the same areas where virus or mosquito numbers are high. They spend more time reaching out to and educating leaders and residents in those neighborhoods. During this time, virus level can increase and we may be making additional responses. Typically, these are in the form of adult mosquito control activities. Depending on the neighborhood or area, we will make applications of adult mosquito control products in the evening or in the morning before sunrise. We can make these by truck or by helicopter, depending on how much virus activity and mosquito activity is in the area. We will also reach out to city, county, and community leaders directly to spread the word on how to help us reduce mosquito populations and how to prevent people from being bitten by mosquitoes. Public outreach shares this information by press releases, resulting in TV, radio, and newspaper stories. When we do reach epidemic conditions, the work of normal season and emergency planning continues. Often, the trapping, treatments, and outreach is pushed to its highest level, and priorities are reconfirmed by discussions of the department leaders. Behind the scenes, the district managers will be having discussions with county, state, and other mosquito control districts to coordinate efforts. We have ongoing discussions with our vendors to ensure that supplies can be replenished. We partner with the county to ensure that the medical community, our doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, and others recognize the symptoms of these viruses so that patients can be tested quickly. Thank you for viewing this video. If you have questions or if you need service for mosquitoes or vectors, please reach out to us by phone or email. Thank you.